Welcome back to another night of Super Smash Bros.
Dude, I'm excited for tonight. It's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, I mean, number one, already looking awesome, brand new graphics.
Yep.
So that's pretty
Excited for
cool.
that.
But even cooler, the matchup that's about to happen.
Yes, exactly. So, tonight's matchup is ISU versus Missouri.
Yep.
And from what we've found, at least, Missouri this season is undefeated. So,
Yeah, they've got a pretty good team. They're undefeated, like we said. They won their last match 2-0. In the first set, they ended up going 12-1. So that means they took out all 12 of their stocks while only losing one stock. So that's pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
it is.
That was a Rob player.
Yeah, and
So that was
at least from my experience, is from what I know, Rob is a very, very powerful player. He's got a lot of combos. He's heavy. He does huge amounts of damage. I mean, he's just all around just one of
he's
the
got good
great
recovery
characters.
too.
He does.
He's got
Yeah,
great
he's-
recovery.
all around, Rob is a great player, so I'm not excited for that matchup necessarily. But ISU, we do have a win under our belt. We're 1-1, so that's kind of exciting. And looking on the good side of things, we were very close in our last match. If you guys tuned in last time, we lost that 0-2, but it was down to the last two stocks in the first round, and we were only one stock away on the last one.
Yeah,
as well.
they on the last matchup, like you said, we were down 2 stocks, so they ended up having 2 stocks to win. But the final matchup, so the second set, we pushed it 1-1 stock, and it was like a night we lost. So when we got KO'd, I think they had like 60 to 90%. I can't remember. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
Which is extremely like that can easily be critted for a KO.
Yeah.
Depending, they were playing Bowser though, so maybe not as much, but.
It's definitely close, and it depends on the move. And I think it was a Bowser versus Yoshi lineup at the
That sounds correct. That sounds
if I remember. So it was very close, and it was a great match for ISU. And so I'm excited to see how we do tonight.
Yeah, looking at some of the combos that Missouri had, they have they played a Cloud. So first match they only played Rob. Only one person played. Swept the entire team. They ended up swapping then to Cloud. Cloud ended up going out. They took about 7, I think, is what I was told. Followed up by a Wii Fit. Wii Fit took 3, and then the Donkey Kong right after that was able to take 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all around, those are some pretty, Clouds. I've played a Cloud 1 or 2 times. Can be slight annoying of a character.
True, yeah.
Being able to change their styles is also very useful, because that's what Cloud does. He's able to change his styles, right?
He not slightly. So the way that Cloud works is he's the one who has an attack, and he has his like SP, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Like smash points or whatever. And whenever he fully actually like gets his SP, the way that works is once that's fully charged, he has a harder hitting attack that he can do for either his like up like normal
Yeah.
or like side Bs. And so
Well, I thought he was also the one that he pulls out a little menu and he.
that's Ike.
That's not Ike. I play Ike.
No, it's not Ike. That's
That's Cloud.
no, it's not Cloud.
It's not Cloud.
No, it's another sword.
Anyways, we're getting a little.
But
getting
we are a little off
character.
track, but yeah. So it'll be very interesting, and I'm quite excited. And also, speaking of, I guess not necessarily speaking of, but one thing that we can mention is the giveaway that we're running.
Yeah.
So ISU, us as the broadcaster team, we're wanting to do a giveaway with you guys as the viewers. And so the way that this works is we're running this giveaway as if you clip something on Twitch, whether it's an epic moment, whether it's Scooter and I or any of the other casters saying something dumb, whichever one has the most views by the end of the fall season gets an ISU jersey.
Boom!
These things are sick. I mean, honestly, it's so cool. The tiger
yeah.
print, the Bengal on the side, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Backs, kind of just nonchalant Bengal stripes, but the front's really
Yeah,
cool.
It is very cool.
It won't be signed, obviously. This is just for display. But
Yeah, but it'll be a great jersey, and I personally love them, and so I'm excited that we're actually doing this giveaway because I guess I haven't seen any other esports jerseys necessarily, but I think we have one of the best.
Yeah, that is pretty true. On top of that, on other news, for the ISU Open Play that is coming up, it did get moved. Last week we were saying it's the 11th. Got moved 1 week later. It's going to be the October 18th.
Yep.
And there is now a form that you
Yes,
guys can do.
there
It's
is.
going to be underneath the page. So if you scroll down There should be a button somewhere that'll take you, fill out the form. Basically, I'm pretty sure that asks like what your name is, the game
Yeah,
that you're
the game
interested in.
Yep. And so it's more just the form isn't necessarily binding or anything at all. Like you're not selling your soul to us, although that would be very interesting. But anyways, it's more just I'm interested in joining esports, and so I think it'd be fun to try out for this game. And so you come in, and that's what we practice. Whether it's I think Valorant, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Smash Bros. Are the
And then
ones
they're
that we
trying
have.
to get a
And
Call of
yes, I
Duty.
think we're trying to get a Call of Duty team running as well, but that's still kind of in the works because we're in the process of getting a new arena built as well as like constraints of computers. At least for now, we don't have a whole lot in the arena itself, and so having a lot of teams can really like bog things down. And so it's definitely in the process, but make sure to fill out that form if you are interested and join us on October 18th.
Yeah, and I mean, just random side tangent. The supposedly the new stadium that we're built, not stadium, arena. That's the word. It's supposed to be done by February of next year.
That's what I've heard as well, yes.
So, I mean, we'll keep you guys updated, but it's supposed to be top notch. I just want to point that out.
I've seen some of the renders and stuff of this new stadium, and it's pretty up there, and I'm very excited for it. So
looks like
awesome.
For ISU, we can already see what they've selected.
Yes, it looks like we are playing actually the one over here that we are actually seeing is the observer one, so it shows Bowser, but actually you guys can't see it officially, but right in front of us is where the Smash players actually play, and it's on the TV, and it looks like we are playing Piranha Plant first.
It says Piranha Plant on the...
Oh,
yeah.
I forget that we have graphics sometimes.
Like, literally right there it says Piranha Plant. Like, what?
Fair enough. All right. Well, looks like we're about to start, I think. I
don't understand the lobby. I won't lie, because there's like they're in and out of the arena, and I don't know if they select their character in the arena. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Anyways, we're going into the game.
So it looks like we're having a Piranha Plant versus Wii Fit Trainer, and at least one thing that I find interesting is Wii Fit Trainer's at least a very unique character, and so I'm very intrigued to see how we play this off.
Yeah, the one thing that I was hearing a lot of the team earlier about when they were strategizing before we even started the stream, they were talking about how their Wii Fit Trainer, he really likes to stand near those edges and just shoot after you, and then every once in a while he'll come in and try to get some nice melee attacks, but he likes to really play distant, and that's exactly what we're seeing from the start.
That is true, yes. Wii Fit Trainer, I don't know how... I think you can slightly aim the soccer ball, at least from what I remember, but at least Piranha Plant's not a bad move to try to counter him early on because he does have the Patooey. That's what the little spike ball thing's called, which I think is hilarious.
It's I like calling it the spike ball attack. Like, that's what it is.
I mean, it is a spike ball attack, but honestly, Patooey's so much funnier to me for some reason.
I mean, so far, one thing I will say is they were not wrong. So far, he's been very consistent on using that soccer ball, I can't remember what the shot that he shoots out of his chest is.
I think it's like, I know he says like, one of the voice lines is like something the sun, like salute the sun or something.
Oh,
so
yeah, I think that's right.
I don't remember the name of the actual attack, but yeah, they definitely have been playing a lot more range, which is very interesting because I've never seen, I guess, a Wii Fit
very
Trainer.
powerful hitting-wise when you're up close. He's very good at his melee attack. Damages a lot, but they're playing very distant. And the one thing about Wii Fit Trainers, he's really fast.
He is, yes. Very, very fast, very agile. I mean, as you would hopefully expect, he's a fitness trainer.
That is true. That is
true. He does have to be kind of quick. But, I mean, Piranha Plant, we've gotten some pretty good damage, but unfortunately we've just
almost got the long
struggling with that.
The one thing I will say that's been very good that Wii Fit Trainer, there was a couple times that I've noticed, at least once, he's been able to, while he's recovering, be able to heal himself.
Yes.
And still make the recovery. He heals himself in midair, and I'm like, that's so impressive.
It is, yeah. The Wii Fit Trainer healing is actually very impressive. And I don't know fully how that works. Ooh, blocking the soccer ball with the spike ball.
Get some poison damage.
Okay.
Nice melee right there.
Almost over 100.
The soccer ball almost gets the spike ball, though. It was ISU.
Looks like we were trying to edge guard a little bit more. Unfortunately, just off.
I thought we were edge guarding that pretty well. I mean,
We were.
with how fast that Wii
That
Fit
is
trainer
true.
can be. Like that was, I thought that was relatively.
Oh, we get him with the
good
spike ball. He's over the side. Do we get one more spike ball?
Oh,
Just
he
a little
almost
far.
had that.
But that
Yes!
was good. All right.
That was
ISU,
solid.
we got a stock off of him. That's pretty good. I
That's
think
better than the last team.
that is honestly fair. And so I think as long as Piranha Plant is able to wipe one more off, because
call that a win.
I would too. This Wii Fit trainer is definitely playing very well.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice
little
combo right there.
That was very good from our Piranha Plant. So now I think, honestly, at this point, good block with the soccer ball. I like the edge guard with the with the
Piranha
poison
Plant
cloud.
almost going off, but he is actually barely
okay.
able to recover.
Oh, it looks like they were trying for a spike there. Missouri getting a
We
little.
did
Oh, okay. Nice little action there. Just slightly off.
We did see last week the Piranha Plant with a really good long neck off the edge. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that.
Looked like he was trying to recreate it there for a second. Unfortunately not able to, but he's still getting some melee shots and after.
Okay.
Recover.
One more. Oh,
Almost had that
spike ball.
spike ball.
Was just a little too.
Oh,
we
nice
got him.
shot right
Okay.
there.
We are up a stock at this point.
Oh,
Immediately back to even. But at this point,
say if he got a
we
little
put up
bit of
great
damage, that
fight.
would have been good. Yeah, the Piranha Plant's been balling out in my mind.
The stage spike
barely
wow, I'm surprised that recovery actually made it there.
Got a nice spike ball right there. Oh, what a good combo
Man,
right there.
yeah,
Oh
the
my
combos are
goodness.
Nasty from the Wii Fit trainer.
And
he gets
there it
one
is.
more. Wow, what
Woo.
a beautiful match.
Here's
from
the
the
thing,
Wii
though.
Fit trainer.
Honestly, going down 3-2 in the very start, that's not bad. I think that was pretty good.
I
We knew
agree.
going into that Wii Fit trainer was very good. They were talking about that before. They were talking about the strategy. And I feel like that really helped in that game was
That did,
knowing
yes.
kind of what Wii Fit trainer did stylistically.
Yeah, I would agree because once we realized that they're a little bit more of a ranged character, at least playing style wise, I think that really changed how we played, and I think they had to adapt to that a little bit. I don't know if you necessarily noticed that, but they played a little bit more close and personal towards the end.
Yeah, I think they did that as well. Because at least the first stock that we lost, we had almost 20% damage on them because he was playing very distant. And then as soon as we started to kind of combat that, he started to try to switch it up, played a little bit closer every once in a while. I feel like that allowed us to get more damage on top of it.
It did, yeah. And so that was actually kind of great to see. We got 2 stocks off on them, and it was a very good fight. And so I'm actually curious now as to who we're going to swap in next. Because last week we saw Bowser. That's another one that we could swap in. A Yoshi, Ice Climbers,
And it was Piranha Plant.
and Piranha Plant. Yep, so that was our team.
But I don't know. We still have. I know that we have one player that plays King DDD a lot.
That's
and
true.
I know that a couple of our players can definitely play other characters relatively well, and so it will be interesting to see if we try to swap things up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of a different game, but a better game to combat what we're going against.
Yes, I agree. And so that's one thing that I kind of like about Smash Bros. Is you have your mains, but at the same time, sometimes you have to go against the grain and almost choose a different character that you're slightly worse at, but that is a better counter to who you're currently facing. So, for example, I heard our team talking about our Ice Climbers player. Unfortunately, he's not great against Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah, I mean, that I can kind of see with how fast he is and how far he can, Wii Fit was able to play very great from long distance. Like, that makes a lot of sense. With Ice Climbers, you've got two they're small, right?
They're small.
And they can get hit off very easy. You've got 2, which is nice, but as soon as you lose 1, you take a lot more damage and you do a lot less damage. And so when somebody can just outrun you when you're trying to freeze them, and then they're going to be able to hit you over and over and over again, it's just going to crack down until eventually you're just going to get hit off, which makes sense strategically.
It does. And so it's very interesting, the strategy as well. Like, I can't really hear exactly what the players are talking about, but it's been a while, and they've been sitting on the character select screen for a solid 2 minutes now, I think. And so it's very cool to see this strategy play out. And it's a lot different, I guess, compared to some of the other games that we play here at ISU.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder if they're trying to just go based off of what they're playing against now in Wii Fit Trainer, or playing against now and what they might be playing against as well, because that makes a big difference.
It does, yeah. Because one of the things is we know who they've played in the past, but at the same time, that might not necessarily be who we're playing against like now.
Mhm.
And so it looks like we do actually bring out Ice Climbers. So I might have been slightly wrong.
I guess we will I guess we will see. Well, I do wonder if the Wii Fit Trainer is going to try to play a lot of long distance in this specifically, or we'll see if just Ice Climbers can get a really good combo right off the bat and end it.
Mm-hmm. So here we go, Ice Climbers. And it looks like the emote and off to the races. We got the first attack there. It looks like we are doing a decent amount of damage on him. I think as long as we're able to keep the two Ice Climbers together, and it looks like Wii Fit Trainer does recognize that, and so he's trying to split them up, which is a good strategy, honestly, when you're fighting against the Ice Climbers. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, he was really targeting that Teal Ice Climber, and he was able to split them up very effectively, which is really hard to do for a lot of inexperienced players, and clearly we've known for sure that Mizzou doesn't have any inexperienced players with their undefeated record.
That is
but
true.
Still, he's putting on a show right now. Already got Ice Climbers over to 100 with one person left. It shouldn't be too long before
we're able to get back. Unfortunately, the ledge guard is pretty impressive. We do grab it, though. Can we
twirl?
Honestly, at this point, if we're able to take the stock, I think that would be an impressive feat. But unfortunately, he's playing the range game, and we're kind of having to pay for it. But at the same time,
still alive at 163.
He is, which is very impressive. And unfortunately, we do take the fall. But we have
both Ice Climbers back.
Yes, we do have both back, and so our hitting power should be almost double. I mean, probably doubled. I don't know exactly how the damage ratio is between the two, but once again, Wii Fit Trainer absolutely destroying the secondary one.
Yeah, he's definitely so good at taking them off the ledge and being able to just pull them apart, take the one off the edge.
Oh, I was hoping we'd get the stock there. It looks like we are trying to take the ledge space so then they can't get there. We were trying to time their roll just barely off, and unfortunately we get ledge guarded once again.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play right there by ISU. I don't know if you noticed, he was specifically at the exact part he needed to be. Oh,
that was a good
somehow saved both of them. I thought we were going to lose the teal right there.
Oh, do we get him? We do.
And there we go.
All right. ISU, one stock left on our Ice Climbers. We are down 2 stocks, but we're not out of it, though.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
I'm not either.
That Wii Fit, knowing the other two that we played before with like Bowser, Wii Fit could probably get around Bowser pretty easy with how fast they are.
Yeah.
And our Ice Climbers has been very good throughout the entire season. So trying to just put him up, even though he's at a bit of a disadvantage, just try to slowly poke at him until you can finally get him out. I don't think that was a bad play. We're finally able to get the Wii Fit out, which we are pretty sure is supposed to be their best player.
I think so. At least that's what our team has assumed, and I think that's close to what we found from at least their VOD, at least the one VOD that we've seen from them.
Yeah, I mean, even on top of that, though, we do know that a bunch of their other players are still very good. So we need to make sure, for ISU fans at least, and ISU, like, you can't get your hopes up now that we've just taken him out. You still got 3 players left. You're down 2 stocks. You can still go for it, and you still have a very good shot. But I guess actually we're loading into the next match right now.
We are, yes, and it looks like we are fighting against a Rob player, and so that's one thing as well that we were a little bit scared of, and so I'm intrigued to see how we're going to be able to handle Rob.
Yeah, Rob is very good, but I've never been able to understand how to play him, so.
That's fair. I like understand slightly how to play him, but at the same time, he's one character where you really have to master his moves to be able to get full usage out of him.
Yeah, again, we're just seeing a lot of shots from far out, a lot of distance play, not trying to get too close. Now, Rob can still do a lot of damage up close.
Yes.
But he's been very fast with the amount of knockback that you're able to get from a lot of his shots and a lot of his moves, that you're just able to get another move off right in time.
It's very interesting because he's doing his like roll air attack quite often, and so I'm curious as to if that's just a safeguard so then he doesn't take a whole lot of damage when he get up close, or if it's just kind of something he does to like time his moves. Because I know certain players will actually use different moves because they have set like times that they attack, and so I'm curious as to if that's something that this Rob player in particular
Are you
does.
saying that he uses his roll move because by the time his roll move is done, he knows that his next move is going to be available?
Possibly that, or it's more like it kind of like he does like 2 or 3 almost. Like it's like a timing thing, so then he knows which attacks are there. But one thing that I guess I noticed that's a little sneaky is we have our secondary ice climber who actually is holding his little top. And
Yes.
so Rob is not able to use his top until it fully despawn. Wow, what a spike there.
Yeah, I mean, woo. Perfect timing because he
It
was
was,
pulling
yes.
up the teal ice climber. Fortunately, ice climber not able to get back up after that. Leaves Rob at 117, which is actually quite detrimental because that's pretty high.
It is, but at the same time, Rob is also a pretty heavy character, similar to Bowser and DDD and some of the other players
Below
that we've
them,
seen.
so it was like 120, 130 range.
I think so. I don't know the full stats exactly on his launchability range or like when it's like considered lethal, but I know he is one of the heavier characters. I mean, it would make sense. He's a huge robot.
He's a big
So-
robot. Do you know where Rob comes from?
He originally was so some interesting lore behind him actually is the NES came out and video games were like slightly dying off and no one really like played them a lot. And one of the things that Nintendo tried to do to get people to buy it was they introduced Rob, who was like an assistant or sometimes like a second player in certain games.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it was like a thing that you'd add on to your NES, and it would like either, I don't remember exactly if you'd play games with you as a second player or if it was like an enemy that you could fight against, but I know he was like an add-on basically that you could get, and it made it seem more invitable kind of to like the average person because it's like, oh, video games are scary, you have to like hold a controller or whatever, but like Rob, I don't think he's like officially a controller, but I know that it was a tactic that Nintendo pulled to try to sell more systems, and then he became a fan favorite because of the publicity that he got from that, I guess.
Man, look at this guy with his lore. I mean, holy cow, that was a pretty
It's
good
very,
statement right
very
there.
random, but at the same time, I think I don't know. I've been a big Nintendo fan ever since a kid, so I find random snippets about that as well, and I think I've done a couple research projects on them like back in like junior high or something, and for some reason that's
Nintendo or Rob?
Nintendo, but I think Rob was like one of their pivotal points, and so I think that's something that I usually would mention. But
Yeah, I mean, that
I don't
makes
fully
sense.
remember.
Being able to have a little robot play a game with you is a pretty cool idea. We don't even have that now, and look how far we've come in technology.
I mean, we kind of slightly do ish.
You
I mean,
have a physical robot with you. It's just something
Not
on the
necessarily.
screen.
yeah,
Like
Well,
we
I mean,
play against CPU, but that's not a physical robot.
yeah, that's
Not a
true.
little robot. But
I can't remember exactly if he moved or if he like did stuff. I'd have to look into that a little bit.
I just think
but-
the idea, at least from what you're saying, is that you
Yeah.
can have a little robot buddy play a game with you. Like that's pretty cool.
yeah, it reminds me kind of like Skylanders almost. How you like he was like a little like character that you'd like pop up.
Skylanders is not a movable thing.
Yeah, well, I don't think he necessarily was like really movable, but like
Oh.
at the same
That's the
time,
way you described it, was that you have a little robot dude that plays games with you. I was like,
Well, I
that's
don't-
sick.
it was more like a thing that would like sit near the system. It wasn't unfortunately like a little guy that like sit there and like
Gaslighting
little
you, Chad.
buttons.
He was trying to gaslight me there. Okay.
I'm trying to gaslight you. I guess
You
I did
did.
I did
Ah!
a
No,
bad
I'm kidding.
job at explaining it, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, you told me that he was a robot guy that played the game with you. That leads me to believe that it's a little robot dude that does the controller.
But
you
at the
did
same
not
time,
say
you have to
that.
remember Nintendo came out with the NES, and
I know. That's
don't
why I was
remember
like, dude, that's
exactly, but
insane that they had that then.
That's fair. So, anyways, we're
Anyways,
actually going to be
getting back
fighting
on
him,
topic.
and it looks like we bring out our Bowser.
I kind of like this heavy hitter versus heavy hitter.
Yeah, I do like this as well. And so I'm hoping that we are able to get a nice clean match here and hopefully get the Rob out of here so then we can focus on their other players.
The one thing that I will say is that we've seen Bowser, he can take a lot of hits, but with Rob, Rob can be very fast, and he does a lot of knockback in certain scenarios, and so it will be very hard for our Bowser to get up close. But if our Bowser can get up close, I feel like it's one of those things that he can easily take over a game with.
That is true. Yeah, Bowser, he's like almost certainly just a melee character, whereas Rob, he's got a couple range attacks. Oh, that was beautiful.
What a move right there by the Rob.
And unfortunately, we've only got him to 26% as well. Okay, we got a little bit more damage there, but at the same time,
I forgot Rob has that charged distance.
He does
attack.
have that laser, yeah. And one way that you can tell, it's very hard, but the little light on the top of his head,
that's glowing red, right?
Yeah, if it's glowing red, if it starts flashing, then that means that he's got the big laser.
Oh, that's actually a
so he used it.
That's pretty cool though.
And his light is back. Well, it was like off for half a second after he shot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, his little light on the top of his head does actually indicate when his final, not necessarily final, but he's got some crazy combos here with the drill. And unfortunately,
and then he's able to time where it's going straight up after Bowser pops up.
Ooh,
yeah,
you go.
Blinking before. So
yeah, it's a very, very nice thing. And I think most characters,
what a shot.
That was crazy with the top there. Most characters have a tell like that, usually when they have like a charge move that takes time. Either the character starts flashing or something on them, like Rob, the little...
Sometimes like smoke emits from them, right?
I think sometimes, yeah. It really just depends.
That's mainly... No, sorry. Smoke emits when they're very high.
Yes. It's more of like a slight flash is kind of what happens on the character when they have like a charged move that's set.
Okay, we're getting some damage on him now. That's very good. The Bowser's playing some very good edge control. Rob's actually able to grab him right there.
Combo.
Pops him up.
Does. He stays alive. He's pretty damaged, though. Unfortunately, looked like he was gonna try to go for an edge attack and possibly it wouldn't have really been a spike, but at least launch him off the side, and he does get the side attack, and unfortunately that does bring ISU to our last player.
Yeah, Rob has been killing it so far. That is for sure. I mean, there's not much you can say about that. He played a very clean game. He did let Bowser get close to him a couple times, did take some damage, but then as soon as he was out of it, he was just able to spike him down, drill him, and then do his above tack as Bowser popped up from the drill. So that's a clean combo that's very hard to get out of.
It is, yeah. It's tough because a lot of those combos, especially when you stun someone in the ground, like Rob's drill attack, it's hard to get out of. I mean, the more percentage you have, the longer it takes for you to be able to get out of those situations.
Yep.
And so at that point, once you're stuck, he up smashes you and does a lot more damage as well. So it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. And then sometimes even on the way when you're flying up, if they're fast enough or if they know their timing's well enough, then they can just even farther.
Yeah, and like you said, when he drills you down and you've already taken some damage, he spikes you up, you take more damage.
Yep.
Next time he drills you down, you're down there for even longer.
That's true.
It's not a lot longer, but it is longer still, even if you're trying to smash. Because sometimes if you're mashing your buttons, you can break out of certain things like Yoshi's Egg a lot faster than if you weren't.
Yes.
But I don't know if that's the exact same with the drill.
Yes, most of those stun abilities, when you get stunned and your character is you can't move, spamming does get you out of it faster. But at the same time, when you're over 50%, usually, not necessarily usually, you still usually spam just in case if you do get out, but once you're over that 50 to 100% mark, you're pretty much guaranteed to be there long enough that the other person is just able to get you.
Yeah, because, we're playing a King Dedede. This is the first time we've seen him out here for ISU.
That is true. I'm actually very excited to see this. King Dedede is a pretty hard hitter, and so if we are able to get a stock or two off, I think that's definitely a win, and we will be able to go to round 2. But Rob coming out very early on with some of these insane combos.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a change up from the last time we saw Rob. We were just playing a lot more distance. Every once in a while, get close and then finish him off. We've seen Rob very close, very fast, because he knows how King DD can play. King DDD is able to hit very hard, hit close, but he's also very maneuverable. He's got a lot of jump.
He does, yeah. And so he's a little bit slower when it comes to most players, but at the same time, he does have kind of like the jump and the recoverability that most other heavy hitters, I guess, necessarily don't have as much of.
Oh, that was Rob trying to go for the spike right there. King DDD on a nice, good upwards. Not spike. What's the just upward attack? Is that what it'd be?
It's your. I mean, up B is your. Like your up special, I think, is what most people in the community call it.
Yeah. I don't know. One thing that I will notice, that I will say that I noticed about Rob, is there was one time that ISU had edge control, used the spike ball, launched it, but Rob had time to use his topper while he was going down to block it. And I'm like, that's thinking 2 steps ahead. Like, that's
it was, yeah. And
smart.
One thing that I've noticed as well is King DDD's. I think those little spike guys actually have names. I can't remember. I'm not a huge Kirby guy, so I don't know the name of the little spike ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, see right there, when he actually hit him with the laser, the little spike guy does actually do damage to DDD.
Nice.
Got a stock off
right
on him though. We are definitely hurting, but we did get a stock off on Rob, which is honestly a pretty good feat at this point.
I mean, if you're just gonna compare it to the last. Wow.
Oh, I thought he was going to be able to
out
escape
on
that.
Purpose.
He did, I think. He was trying to get closer to the edge so then he can actually launch him off, because I think DDD was close. It's one of those things where sometimes when you're getting launched off the side like that, if you're able to spam enough, you actually can save yourself in some of those situations. And I thought DDD was going to be able to, but I mean, he did get close, but at the same time, it's one of those where we kind of can't do as much about it just because it's like once we get back, Rob's going to be there waiting for us again.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's it for the first set.
Yes.
So there will be a little bit of a break in between. So I think we're going to go on break for just a bit, and we will come back as soon as we get to hear, as soon as we hear that they're about to start the next set.
Yeah, sounds good. So we're going to hit a break, and we'll see you guys in just a moment. Back from the break. It was a little bit faster one than I think last week. I mean,
yeah, last week was like a 15-minute break.
It took a while, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, each player kind of takes their own time in which they need and being able to know when to kind of move on. And so it kind of makes sense that each week it's going to be a little bit different in between rounds and how long it's going to take. And so it's kind of interesting to see, I guess.
Yeah, another really interesting thing to see is again, we've said this a couple times before, literally directly in front of us. Smash Bros, that's exactly where they're at. They're breaking down which map to pick. It's really interesting hearing about
It is, yeah.
like this is why we should pick this map against this possible player, or the reason why this one shouldn't be played specifically because, and I'm like that's just, it's very interesting because everything can go down, like every minute detail can make a bit of a difference.
That is true. And that's one thing that I guess never really thought about when it comes to competitive Smash Bros. Because I'm more of a casual player. I enjoy the game. I pick it up.
It's only one map that I don't like.
Which one is that? I'm actually curious.
You're on the highway.
Oh, yeah, the highway maps are very annoying.
Well, you're on the one flying ship.
Yeah, because it's
not. It's an
Fox?
Is it?
It's F-Zero, I believe. It's one of the racing games that was. Yeah, it's not Star Fox. It's F-Zero. It's the one that Captain Falcon's from.
Yeah, Captain Falcon. Yeah, I hate that map. I fall off and I'm dead. I'm like, and then you're playing your Isabelle who launches you up everywhere, and I'm like, I can't do anything.
Hey man,
I have terrible recovery for that. Can't do anything.
Sucks to suck, I guess. Pick someone who has a better recovery. I don't know. That's your fault for playing Ike. That's all I'm saying.
Anyways.
But one thing I guess on that map, one thing that is kind of nice, I guess, about the competitive Smash players is we actually, they actually have a set of maps. I don't know why I said set twice, but they have a set amount of maps they can choose and like pick from. And they don't have any of those like stage hazards that we were necessarily talking about, where you like fall off, get caught on the road, and then just immediately like are swiped off.
There are still some maps that do have some movement in it.
Yes.
I mean, I can't remember if it was Animal Crossing or if there was another one that had the mini platforms sliding in from the top and the sides, and it still requires some movement and knowledge of previous maps. So it still allows a little bit of that. But in the end, I feel like it doesn't make too much of a difference.
It doesn't, no. And it's kind of one of those things where we really, I guess, have to recognize and understand. Ooh, they're pulling out a Sithroth. I think that's how you say his name. Sethroth. I can't remember.
I call him Seth, but I'm not entirely sure if that's Sephiroth.
Sethroth.
I call him Seth as for short, because otherwise it gets very long.
And so he is one of the DLC characters, and so unfortunately, when I'm playing on my Switch, I don't own most of the DLC because unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm a slightly broke college student and can't afford this. But it is very interesting to see another DLC character played because last week we saw Min Min play.
Yep.
And
Min Min's a bit more of a common run. Sephiroth is a little different. I mean, I feel like I don't see them as much.
That's true, yeah.
They're very good balance in my mind between a sword character and being able to use a lot of long range because they use some magic for long range, but it does a lot of knockback, not a lot of damage.
Ooh, that was a great attack there.
It's a hard-hitting sword sometimes.
It is, yeah. That was a beautiful attack there. Our Bowser getting a little bit of a combo off.
I like that. We got 2 hits on,
well.
A nice side attack. Sephiroth's got such a good ledge guard.
He does, yeah. Oh, we grabbed him.
Spike.
Is that enough?
It's
not. It was close. He's pretty heavily damaged, though, so if Bowser is able to get a good attack
I think he's heavy, if I'm correct.
Sephiroth.
He's at 110 and he's not smoking.
I also want to say, yeah, he's heavy, but I don't know as much about the DLC characters.
Yeah. I'm just going based off of what I'm seeing right now, how much damage they're at, and he's lightly smoking. Oh.
Good grab there. We throw him off.
Unfortunately, calm it was just half a second.
I mean, sometimes
grabbed him and waited.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit calm before the storm, you know?
That's exactly what we want to see, too. We want ISU to at least get a stock off of him right here.
I think so as well.
Bowser is just a little slow to recovery sometimes after getting hit. He takes a little while longer after every hit. And he's just a relatively
the ledge guard there. It's unfortunate. And it looks like they were also close to dying,
No, they were very low on the map.
Yeah, that was a crazy attack there by
Benzine, though, on the fire.
That was very cool.
That's a very cool one.
And he just walks
through the fire. Aura farming.
That is
holy cow.
crazy. I don't think I've ever seen one of his windscreens.
I know, I haven't either. That's why I was like, whoa. That was actually very cool. I've never seen that.
Mesmerized by that one. That was, I mean.
He was aura farming.
Literally.
I mean, he just 3-0'd Bowser and then does that. Like,
wow.
Oh, man.
I'm curious as to who we put in now, though. Who's a good counter to
I
him?
mean, because I don't know a lot about him, but he seemed like a heavy hitter. He was able to get some nice mini long-range damage in, and then he was very good with his sword.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if we try to pull out something like our Piranha Plant. I feel like that's not a bad one. Another heavy. It's going to be basically, the same style of character versus the same style of character, but it might just be a good try to shake him up.
That is true, yeah. So I am very curious as to what our plan here is going to be.
It could be anything else, though. I don't know.
It could, yeah. And so
Players know this better than me. That's for sure.
that's true, yeah. The players definitely know best, and so it'll be very fun to see who we actually pick.
Yeah. But besides that, anything else you want to break down from the last little match?
It was tough because Bowser got some great hits on him, and it looked like he was Sephiroth. I've said that weird. Sephiroth. Is that
Sephiroth?
Sephiroth? Yeah, Sephiroth.
Just trying to make sure it's a PH, not a TH for Sephiroth.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm struggling with his name for some reason. But
it's a lot, yeah.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy's weird.
I've actually never played Final Fantasy.
Neither have I. I just know it's weird.
I've heard that it's a good series, though.
Yeah, not my style of game, but
That's fair. It's one of those where it's like, if it was like $5 on Steam
I'd
for like
try
the
it.
Autumn sale, it's like, yeah, I'd buy it and I'd download it. But unfortunately, I think it is technically.
it's like $30.
I mean, it's not terrible actually with game prices these days.
Well, I think that's some of the older ones.
I guess that's true.
Like 60s probably or new one. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Again, not my style
Haven't
of game,
either.
unfortunately.
And
But
so-
nevertheless, I do. Some of their characters are pretty fun to play in.
They are, yeah, and there's a lot of them in Smash too.
No, there is.
There's quite a few, and so it looks like we bring out our Yoshi.
Do like that.
This will be kind of fun. Yeah, the wool Yoshi is one of my favorite skins.
He looks clean, but he stands out more. He pops a little more.
He does. Makes it kind of fun. And so
On the Animal Crossing,
we are. I believe that's the map that we like to choose, and I'm curious as to why. I know
I know that
the
we either
stage
choose
changes.
Animal Crossing or Pokemon
Yes.
stage.
And so I feel like that's one thing that we should
Nice
ask the
combo right there
players.
by Yoshi. Oh, another
Wow.
good combo. Already putting up 85 on. Only letting 28. That's very good. But we see Sephiroth. He's got a very long sword. Is able to put that to use right there.
yeah.
Yoshi trying to get in close, not able to.
And unfortunately, we are a little bit lighter compared to some of the other characters we've played. Ooh, that was a good
Able
hit
to
off
get
the
around
side.
him. That was solid.
Nice little
Almost got
egg.
the
I
egg.
like that.
Almost got the egg again.
I like that strategy though. It's like as they're trying to fly up, kind of guard the ledge, make sure that they just get a little bit extra damage. Ooh, that was a good little spike off the side, and
Nice up
unfortunately
spike.
just off. But
Up special.
we do have a little bit of an advantage at this point. I'm hoping that we can at least get a quick stock off and then bring it back to pretty much an even game.
I mean, that's one thing that we did earlier in this match, at least for Yoshi, was we were able to at least go up and over Sephiroth while he was attacking. One of his side attacks, we were just able to go up and over, get a nice little tail spike, and was able to push him out, take a lot of damage off. That was able to work last time. It looks like we're trying that again, but Sephiroth's already realized that, and he's already trying to cover his back a lot more, trying to play a bit more strategic, a lot slower right here, making sure he lands some shots on.
And so I feel like one thing that I've noticed as well is our Yoshi's really trying to get in close, but at the same time, it's tough to get in on Sephiroth because he's got such a long sword.
Yes.
And so we can't really get up close and personal like Yoshi's meant to be played.
His sword is, I mean, for being able to have a relatively long range, magic attack every once in a while, his sword is very long and does a lot of damage.
It does, yeah. I'm curious as to, he was kind of
Oh, that's a nice shot right there by Yoshi.
the ledge a little bit, and it looks like we try to hit the egg once again. We got him up.
Ooh,
we
he
tried to
missed
combo,
the-
but
he
he actually
missed it.
air dodged there. So
Did Sephiroth air dodged?
yeah, he did.
Oh.
It's kind of hard to see, and the animations on the air dodges are a little bit
Good.
tough. Ooh, we did get a
Good
stock
combo
off though.
right there. Yeah, we might get 12-1, but we're not getting 12-0'd. That's a difference.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I still believe in the rest of our players. And Yoshi's doing a lot of damage right here. He's getting a good combo. As soon as I said that, obviously, he gets into a little bit of a jam right here by Sephiroth.
So now Yoshi put at 94%. That is pretty lethal, at least to him. He's
Like a solid quarter of the stage right there.
And we got him.
On the edge guard.
Yeah, that was such a hard-fought battle.
And here's the aura farm.
Immediately aura farming again. Wow.
Stares into the eyes of the opponents, does not care, walks into a scorching flames.
Jeez.
How does this hair not burn up? Look how long that hair is.
That is a great question. He probably uses some moisturizer. We'll have to find it and get them to sponsor us.
That moisturizer does not help with it from catching on
Some
fire.
conditioner. I don't
Conditioner
know.
doesn't either.
It might.
Moisturizer does your skin. No.
Well, yeah.
I can tell you that from
conditioner.
experience. I use conditioner. My hair has been lit on fire before.
Well, actually, I want to hear the story on that.
I was turning on a propane heater. A little bit too much propane.
Oh, my God.
And the edges of my hair got fried a little bit, and then I just shook it off and was like, oh, well, I got lucky. Extremely, extremely lucky.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, you're not using what Sephiroth's using, though. You're not using the right conditioner if your hair isn't flame-proof. So I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't know. Maybe we can find out what he uses and get sponsored by that.
Is that lore accurate, by the way? Anyone know that? That actually
I really hope that it is lore accurate.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be so funny.
Okay, we're getting a little off topic.
Anyways, yes, we are slightly off topic. We did get a stock off on them, though, and so that was pretty good. And I mean, we're down to only 2 players. They still have their entire, plethora, I guess. They have their entire roster.
They have the rest of their roster. They've only lost 1 stock. But that doesn't mean that does not mean hope is lost.
That is true.
I mean,
yes.
Depending on who we play here, they could easily 3-0.
Yes. And
so you have to have the right matchup, right skill set. Sometimes you just need to let them make one mistake.
That is true.
That's all it is. But we'll see what my bad. We'll see what they decide to go with here. I think we're getting ready.
I think, yes, we are close, and it looks like, yes, we have started the match, and it looks like we put in our ice climbers.
That's a new skin of Sephiroth.
That is. And so it looks like so we did get 1 stock, and so now gets back, they emote, and now it's off to the races.
Is this the same style of map that we've seen them play for Battlefield before? Because I don't entirely remember if there was a third height platform.
Usually Battlefield is this 3 layout, but I think there is also a setting where you can have it just the 2, and so I'm not exactly sure if that's something that we chose or not, and so I'm actually intrigued.
Ooh, there's that magic
caught
attack.
off guard. It looks like we're...
Whoa, what just
that was
happened
interesting.
there?
So our ice climbers used their belay, and it looked like we were trying to get a certain ice climber on top, so then maybe we could attack first.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's why he initially kind of fell down and then rebounced back up, is I think at least that's what the plan was. And so that was actually very interesting to see, and it's honestly very smart on our ice climber end.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, ice climber using a little bit of their combo, their freeze and their spin attack, it was able to do a lot of damage against Sephiroth's bubble. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on it, but they're able to get back up, maybe get a little bit of edge guarding. Wow, what a
that was a. I'm not fully sure. I don't know exactly how his moves are, but I think that is a counter.
That would make sense because he did the attack immediately after blocking,
and so that's at least what I think it is.
I would believe that.
And so,
I guess we do still have the other ice climber. I thought we lost the other ice climber.
Yeah, it was close. It seems like he's focused more on the main one. Okay, well, unfortunately,
as soon as you decide to say
announcer's curse.
Oh, nice shot right there.
We got one. Okay.
Yeah, Sephiroth down to 1 stock left. Ice climber's trying to just chip away, maybe try to get a little bit more damage before going out here, because he is at 162, which is extremely high for Ice Climber.
It's off.
But he does get 11 damage on. That's not bad.
Yes. And so Ice Climbers with 2 stocks, we are we do have the upper hand, at least in this round, this match. I guess I don't know what we
Only
would
by
call it.
11%, though. That's not a lot.
Yes, but we do have an extra stock.
Oh,
in
yeah,
comparison
yeah.
is
Sorry.
I guess what I was trying to get at.
I was like, that makes sense. I understand what you're saying now. Getting 52 on, nice spin move right here. We've seen that spin move be pulled out a lot by the Ice Climbers, being able to freeze them and then spin right in. Also using a little bit of that long-ranged miniature glacier, I guess is what you call it, that they slide across the ground.
Yes, I forget the exact like name of the move.
I've never noticed Sephiroth being able to pull out a fireball. That's a new move.
The thing with most of these DLC characters that I've noticed is they have like a
good move.
kind of like a combo set almost that you can do. Ooh, that was a good little attack.
Yeah, being
there.
able to one hold on and the other slam down on the Sephiroth.
That was good.
Oh, he's
Ooh,
able to get
it's
his
an
up special.
Yeah, he gets an up swipe on Ice Climbers. We are lower, but at the same time, as long as we hold on, we do get him with this stock, and unfortunately, we were just off, and so now ISU brought down, yeah, it is 1-1. He is pretty damaged, so as long as we're able to get him here, I feel like that's a win for ISU.
Yeah, being able to at least take a stock, push them onto somebody else, force them to play somebody against the Ice Climbers.
He is stunned. Oh, I didn't realize that our second Ice Climber can actually attack while the main one is stunned.
Well, there was one time, especially in the last week's match, where our first one went out, and then the T1 was still able to get a little bit of damage on before they respawned.
That is true. I mean, the main thing that I guess I didn't realize is our main Ice Climber was actually stunned, but he was still able to control the other one and get a little bit of damage off. And so I thought that was a cool idea, kind of stalling the attack on our main Ice Climber by having our secondary one just kind of sit there and kind of guard him off in hopes that he doesn't get a huge charged attack on us while we're down and out.
Our Ice Climber at 72.
Oh, wow. That was a crazy ledge guard. I think our Ice Climbers were trying to sit and wait so then we didn't have to belay up and be at a disadvantage in the air. But unfortunately, I think we waited a little too long. Our secondary one fell and was out, and then immediately Sephiroth able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Sephiroth's fiery ending.
Yes.
It was too hot for our Ice Climbers, you could say.
Yeah, they're used to the cold Arctic peaks, and Sephiroth definitely put
the Arctic.
I don't know exactly where they're from or what their lore is. I know originally, I think
about their. I'll have to look that up.
it was like an NES game or a SNES game, I think originally, and I think the entire goal is you are both the Ice Climbers. I don't know if you're both or if it's like you and a friend, if it was like a co-op game, but I think you have to like try to climb the mountain, I think is like what originally the game was. You looking it up now?
Yeah, I am looking
what are you
it up
seeing?
now. There is no game or character product named Ice Climbers. Oh, wait. No. The Ice Climbers refers to a duo of characters, Popo and Nana, who originated in 1985 Nintendo game and later appeared in the Super Smash Bros. Series.
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. Popo is the blue and then Nana is the pink.
Otherwise,
They're mountain
Popo's
climbers in the classic arcade game Ice Climber.
Ice Climber. Okay, yeah.
So Popo,
That's what
I
I
think,
thought.
is the main.
Popo, yes, is the main one,
Mhm.
and then Nana is the second one.
Yep.
And she's the teal one in our case.
Yes. The objective of the game was to ascend a mountain, break blocks, and avoid enemies like OP, nitpickers, and polar bears.
I do remember
point anymore.
that is true. We have swapped characters, and it looks like now we're playing Piranha Plant.
I feel like Piranha Plant is one that we don't need to entirely explain the lore over either.
that is true.
I honestly almost forgot that he was at one stock and was like, oh, that was fast. I'm still
That
gonna have
is
to get
true.
used to that. Again, because we want to make sure that we keep the same amount of stocks, and Smash doesn't allow for a lot of customization. They do just have to jump off the stage in order to make sure that they have the right amount of stocks to start the match, and then they don't actually start fighting until both sides emote.
That is true. And so that's one thing that I actually kind of find fun, and it's fun to watch because I'm intrigued.
Which emote they pick.
Yeah, which emote they like to pick. And so it's kind of fun because one thing, I guess, is since this is a custom lobby, you can't actually emote. But I know a lot of times when you're just playing online casually or
Oh, he gets the...
competitively, you don't necessarily get to emote. Ooh, our Piranha Plant trying to. Wow. That was a crazy counter right there off the side and stage.
I mean, he
spiking
knew
up.
that the piranha plant likes to glide up the side of the stage, and so
Yeah.
by just aiming it that direction when he places the counter, it was going to hit him no matter what. And with how much damage that the piranha plant already had on, it was almost like a guaranteed spike.
Yeah, that was very impressive. And it looks like their shield timing is really impressive too. I mean, they really have been able to time our his shield.
Piranha plant gets spikes on it.
Does.
Spike ball.
Got
Oh,
the
it gets
third.
a third.
Can we get a fourth? Oh, just
Oh.
barely off.
Yeah, those
Looks like
iframes.
he's trying for another one.
Clutch right there for Sephiroth.
Can we get another one?
And he gets a fourth.
Just not
needs
enough.
A little bit more. At 104. Oh, there's a combo coming out again. We've seen it time and time again.
And it looks like, ooh, he tried to get a spike there. I don't know if you saw that. He sorted the ground there. Wow, what a crazy combo there.
The amount of knockback he gets from his sword, and it barely stuns you. He's just able to get another attack right on, and he's able to form such a nice combo because of that.
Yeah, it is very impressive.
That's so much.
Oh, we got him with the neck again though. The long. What's the? I'm actually gonna look this up quick.
Call it a long neck. I feel like it's a long neck.
It is, but where Yoshi Prime Plant? Here we go. It is long stem strike is what the official name for that is.
It's a long neck attack. Like,
I mean,
come
yeah,
on,
it
he
is.
just long neck. You know.
But he technically doesn't have a neck though. He's a plant. He's got a stem.
long stem strike. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that
It's
wait?
better.
That's
That's what it's actually called. Is the long stem strike.
no comment.
No comment?
I have
Really?
no further comment.
All right, fair enough, I guess.
No
but
further comment.
we did win that one though, and we brought
Yes.
them down to 9 stocks officially.
Yeah, I mean, we still have one stock, but anything can happen.
That
I
is
am
true.
excited to see. We've seen 4 different players.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen 4
'Cause
from
we've-
the other team.
Yes, Seth Roth, We Fit Trainer, Rob. I think we've only seen
That was
3
only
actually.
seen 3.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a 4th. Maybe
we
we
are
might see a
seeing a
4th character,
yes.
maybe a repeat character. We've swapped it up a couple times today, though, for ISU, which is actually quite nice. We did throw in a new character, which is King DDD.
We
I
did,
thought they
yes.
played
we did
very well,
them
too.
last week. And
Nope.
so that was pretty fun. Fun to watch. But it looks like we get a double piranha plant fight. This will be very interesting.
Nom, nom, here we go.
And one thing that is interesting as well is it looks like both of them are using the default character, so it might get a little confusing.
I feel like you can, at least for us, the red team versus the blue team. Oh, different emotes.
They did, yes. I do like the one that Missouri actually used. I think that one's kind of fun. Where he does
chomp,
like the
chomp,
classic Mario.
Yeah, I do
like that one.
one better. I wonder if that's something that they decide to strategize. Like, which one am I going to play today?
Yeah. I think that would be kind of fun, actually. But it looks like
Good edge guarding right
Vince
here
so
by,
far.
by Missouri.
Get up. Shielding. It looks like we tried to get a grab there, but unfortunately we're just off. So we're
able to
trying to
block.
charge our. Oh, we got one.
Oh,
Almost got him with.
There's
neck.
the other.
And
Oh, he tried to
unfortunately-
get the other
He did, but
spike.
unfortunately there is a little bit of a cooldown on when you have to use it, and so I think we were just off on the timing there, and so that put us into that
Fairly
animation.
close match though. 119
It
only
is,
101.
yes.
Looks like fighting over that ledge was a little more complicated.
Oh,
Nice spike call
Hello.
right there by ISU. Just trying to get something
I was
else.
hoping that spike ball would have stayed just a little bit longer and gotten Missouri. Oh, good spike ball there.
Such a good play while he was in the air. That's a dangerous.
Oh, there's a double there, and unfortunately that does bring us to our last stock.
Yeah, I mean, again, the long neck attack, not able to hit for ISU, but the long stem strike for Mizzou was able to hit.
That is true, yeah. One thing that I guess, I don't know if everyone necessarily noticed, but they both went for that attack at the last second. And so it was a matter of who released first. And it looked like Missouri actually had that. I think they started it.
by much, though.
It wasn't, no, but I think they started theirs a little bit more as well. And so I think, I can't remember, I haven't played Piranha Plant in a little bit, but I think the longer you charge it, the longer you extend. So if you like charge it for a short amount of time, he like only extends like a little bit, whereas like if you charge it for longer, then it's out. And so I wonder if that's one thing that we were trying to do, like for ISU, is we were trying to charge it just enough, and unfortunately we didn't have the timing on it.
I also
where it would've
think
hit.
for ISU we were moving towards them, and you almost
Yes.
have to be. You don't have to be stationary, but it kind of stops you where you are. And so when you go to do the long stem strike, and so by us trying to head in the direction towards him, we would have to wait longer before we can start the
Yeah.
attack.
Yes.
And
So-
meanwhile, they were just able to stay in one position, able to get there, able to start the strike sooner rather than later, and unfortunately didn't work out for us this time.
Yes. So, unfortunately, we did get kind of beat, but I feel like for the team that we played, though, ISU definitely put on a great fight.
I mean, if you compare us to the last team that Missouri played, we played a much better game.
We did, yes.
So, I mean, some of the players were talking about how good they were going into the game beforehand. We heard through them how good they were going into the game beforehand. Missouri definitely showed out, definitely balled out. And I feel like looking at how well we did against a team that was super high up, I don't think
Yes.
I feel like we played a very good game.
I agree with that. And it's a tough loss, and it definitely sucks to lose. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot to be learned.
Oh, yeah.
And so this was a good – while, yes, unfortunately we didn't win, it is nice to know at least some of the strategies and some of the other characters we might see, because this is only our third official match through NACE.
Mm-hmm.
And so our team is still new. We're still learning. I mean, I know a lot of them play online, and they probably run into these characters a lot. But I think in a more competitive setting, this gives us a lot more information on how we need to improve and what we need to do going forward.
I think that the players were learning a lot from it, too, because there was a couple times right after the matches or after the little games, they were talking about, like, this is something that you could have done better, like just trying to give positive reinforcement. Say, like, he's a great guy. He did this very well. There's this one thing that you might have been able to do that might have made a little bit of a difference, but, like, that's only specifically for his style of play.
Yes.
And so they were talking about, like, this is one thing that we can learn, or you can learn going forward, how you can try to implement it. Like, they were giving each other positive reinforcement, and I thought that was awesome. So
Yes, it's great to see, and especially for a new team like our Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to see. While, yes, unfortunately, we won't be like, I mean, I guess we still have a whole season in front of us, but we won't likely be champions this season since it's like, especially
you
our
never know.
debut. Yeah, you never know, and it would be very cool to watch
That
them
would
win
be
the
very cool.
championship. But at the same time, it's like one thing is, I think we recognize that we're new to the game, that we're still learning the process, and we're only going to get better from here.
Yep.
And so I think that's one of the key takeaways that we got from not only tonight, but also from the matches that we've played previously as well.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing else to say.
There you go. Write that one down in the history books.
Yeah, you made a pretty good point right there. I'll
Yeah, I
take
don't-
notes for my final regards next time.
Well, other than that, I guess final kind of closing remarks before we end stream. We do still have the giveaway, and so if you are interested, we have other streams going on next week for an ISU jersey. Man, I love the look of these things. They're so sick.
Very cool.
And so most viewed clip on Twitch by
Any
the
which
end
way, doesn't
of
matter
the
how
fall
you get the
season.
views. Most
That's
viewed
true.
clip.
Yes, so
Any clip.
it could be pretty much any clip. And so
Clip this right now, have no context to anything, and still win.
you should, honestly.
That'd be
I
pretty
think
funny.
my speech was pretty
I
historical.
feel like our director would be very mad, but it'd be really funny. I'd laugh.
We could honestly, let's do it. Let's prove our director
Well,
wrong.
yeah. Somebody clip this, share it everywhere. Let's prove our director wrong.
Exactly. And you'll win yourself a jersey in the
You'll
process.
win a cool jersey.
So that's definitely one thing that I'm excited for,
Mhm.
to see what the most viewed clip is. As well as that, if you are interested in joining one of our teams, we actually have an open play night, which is October 18th.
Yep.
I believe it is later in the afternoon. At least from what I remember.
I'm not entirely sure if they've got the time set yet.
I don't
Just
think
said
so either.
we're just going to keep you guys updated.
Yes.
But the form to apply down below the Twitch should be a little form. It'll ask your name, what kind of game you're into, etc. You don't have to come. I mean, you can come. You don't have to be interested in joining the team, but it is, if you're really interested or
Yes.
you want to just learn more about the program, like come down. We'll teach you everything.
And for games, we'll just kind of go through the next week's schedule so you get an idea of some of the games you can try out for. Monday on stream, 6:30. It'll be Overwatch 2.
Yep.
That's definitely a great one to come watch, and I enjoy. I mean, I'm an observer for it, so I enjoy Overwatch. It's kind of fun. And then on Tuesdays we have Rocket League
That one's fun.
with us again.
Yeah,
that one's fun. If you try out, we could be your casters.
Could be your cast. We're
Which would
pretty.
be
We're
kinda
pretty cool.
fun.
We're pretty cool. I'd say.
I would also say that
no
too.
bias there at all.
Yeah, definitely no bias whatsoever. But Rocket League Tuesday at 6:30 as well, and then on Wednesday we have Valorant.
That one's pretty fun.
That's also
I'm
a
an
good
observer
one to
for
watch
that
too.
one. That one's cool.
I remember being at one last season for Valorant.
We got a better team this time too.
Yeah, we do.
It's pretty
so
cool.
that's exciting, and
They're awesome.
if you think you could make it as well, that's one thing that you can put down on the open night play as well.
Yeah.
And then
October 18th.
as always, Smash Bros on Thursdays.
Right here. Right now.
Exactly. That's what we're
October
doing.
18th. Come down.
Yep. And I think at least I'm gonna try to attend it. I think it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, it should be fun.
I always enjoy those open nights, and so if you want to come say hi, meet some of the players, meet the coach, definitely an opportunity that you should take advantage of.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, I think that's about all we have on our end. So I'm Superfox,
I'm Scooter.
and we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.